So, we're finally here, everybody. I'm finally down there. Okay. Okay. But yeah, happy Pride. Welcome. Excitement. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to show you how to get ready for a Klingon convention. Alright? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Wow, 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 wow. I gotta send a message. Alright, sweet. Yeah. Alright, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And for some reason, my light is dying. You cannot, not having light is without honor. We must live in the light, Kayla. And when the light is dying, because you've been stressed all week, just like the light, you then say, let there be light. All right. Hi. Hi. My name's Busted Story. We're going to do some makeup. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for makeup? Okay. Here we go. We're going to do Klingon ridges, but we're going to do it with flat makeup, and we're going to do it, we're going to do it with flat makeup, and we're going to do this with, like MAC products mostly. But yeah, it's no prosthetics, nothing. I'm going to take you on this journey with me, and I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you enjoy all this. So first, what I'm doing, I'm spritzing up. Now, you'll notice there's a very important step that I made here, which is I have a smock on over my clothes because I have my costume on under this. This is the kind of makeup where if I have to pull something over my face, it might be too tight, or not too tight, but it might be tight enough that around me, like a t-shirt or something, that I'm getting, I smudge it. I smudge it. So we don't want that to happen. So we're not going to let our makeup get smudged, okay? This not happening today. It's not happening today. It's not happening today. So, this is where we're starting. Like I said, this is MAC Fix Plus. I mostly use MAC product. I get a discount on MAC product because I am streaming on Twitch. If you don't know me in that context, twitch.tv/BustedDestroyer, and you shall find me one day. But yeah, I stream here on Twitch, so I do Klingon makeup. I also do a show called Star Trek Vasquez where we play Star Trek Adventures. And I do this makeup. This is my Baj makeup. This is my makeup for Commander Baj, my character in that show. Where, like I said, we play Star Trek Adventures. I'm looking for a very important thing. I always put, again, Fix Plus first because I need to mist my face with something. Generally, I also put on primer, so I should actually do that next. So we're going to put on some Ulta primer. It's just like a barrier between your face and this makeup. If it's a lot of makeup, so I highly recommend if you're going to do this on a regular basis that you get some primer. Prime brings, great glow to your skin. That was a good joke. I don't care what anybody says. That was a great joke. So we're all getting ready for KAGkon. Now, chat and everybody out there, when you're getting ready for a convention, what's your process? What are you doing? What's your deal? And if anybody else is in stage A, you're all muted unless I'm deafened. I'm not deafened. Okay, good. But we are going to put on next the concealer. I'm just sitting there. I'm getting ahead of myself. So we're going to put on some concealer. Now, I use for a concealer a blending brush. Oh, the Targ. The Targ moved it. I'm blaming it on the Targ. If you don't know, is basically Klingon dog. So I'm putting on MAC concealer in shade NW25. If you're getting into makeup or anything, or you want to do ridges like this, and you want to get something like a MAC product, or any product, I recommend that you go to your local makeup retailer and that you talk and chat with those people that work there, usually lovely ladies that know something about the product being sold in their stores, especially a company like MAC, because everybody at MAC is a makeup artist. Everybody that works for MAC is a makeup artist. And so they will be very helpful in helping you pick what shades you're wearing and beyond. So, with that said, we got some concealer on. You know, if you're an older Klingon or you want to look like a little bit more of a haggard older Klingon, you know, maybe don't put the concealer on. Skip the step. But you should do the things. You should get at least a foundation on. Hey, Jadrak. I see Jadrak is here. I see everybody's here. So the next thing, like I said, is a little foundation. Now, my shade is Fair Warm from Ulta. I normally use NC20 for MAC. Oh, look at y'all. Look at y'all with your little things. You're drinking, having a good time. I don't get to drink till after I get made up. Because, you know, when you go to a party, you go to a thing, you got to look good. And you got to be late to look good. That's just the rules. That's the Klingon rule. That's the universal rules. That's not even a Klingon thing.
Don't drink light.
Do what?
Klingons do not drink light. And it should be lightly because it is an adverb.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So, I got foundation on. Now, I look a little pale and pasty right now, but we're going to fix that.
But I can't see you.
You have to see me on Twitch to see me. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
nobody told me that. I'm on Discord.
Oh, wait. I'll do you a favor. I'll do you a favor here. Here. Virtual cam. Start. Boom. Oh, you popped out the player to another window. See?
All right. Thank you. It makes more sense now. Yes. Thank you.
Chad will see me up above. So, there we go. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit more of my Fix Plus on because it's a nice, like, kind of moisturizes you a little bit. So, I don't want it to get too cakey up in here. So, just a little spritzy, a little slappy.
Moisturize me. Moisturize me.
I can't waste this product. It's very expensive. It cost me many Darsecs. All right. So, we have the basic foundation and accoutrement on. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into a brush, and we're going to be using a wonderful product from MAC that I love so very dearly. I will sing its praises till the day I am no longer gone. I'm no longer on this Quonos, and I am in Stovacor. But mine's a little dirty looking because it's mine. The MAC body paint, or paints, the MAC stick palette. Excellent, excellent palette. It's basically, if you've ever used theater makeup, it's kind of like a very high-end, like, theater makeup. Just all those, like, kind of grease, like that grease makeup that you use in theater.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing? Why are you smooth-headed?
Look, right now we're Buster. Buster has to make Baj come alive.
No, this Buster. Who's this Buster?
A Twitch streamer, content creator, greatest. Bridge surgeon.
Reversing the virus.
Yeah, you know, my family, we had the augment virus, and sometimes we just gotta put on our own. You know, it just worked out that way. We everybody on Quonos was mean and didn't let us have the cure.
That's not right. You have an honorable family.
So, everybody, this is a point to make. You'll see that as I'm going and doing these, I'm kind of scrunching my face up, right? How using those natural lines in my human face to make my Klingon face is really, really, really going to help me. Now, I don't really get much forehead wrinkle yet in my life. I'm young. But I really make use of it around my nose for the nose ridges. So use what's there, you know, and don't be too worried about symmetry. Not all Klingons are symmetrical. You know, we're a rough, tumble kind of people. Oh no, I messed those up pretty bad. I'm too nervous. I'm too talking. I don't know why I'm nervous. I do this all the time.
What color are you using for that?
This is the brown in the paint stick palette. I don't know the exact name of the shade, but I can look at it. Deep
It sound
brown.
like she said
Deep brown chartreuse. There you go. Chartreuse. I don't know how to speak.
chartreuse.
Chartreuse is green.
Oh. Oh, then it's just deep brown.
Where's that Vulcan voice coming from?
Hot mics. This could, you know, this communications area is
There it is. There it is. That's the one.
So many faces.
there. So I got my nose ridges in, and like I said, I use kind of a natural
chartreuse
line.
green.
Drac has the drink.
Now
Has the drink.
here is where the
And a
more
not
difficult part
surprising
is.
turn of events.
Here's where the more difficult part of this process is. This is a more freehand process. If you're gonna try to do this, make sure that maybe the first few times you try this, you know, if you have high-end makeup, don't use the high-end makeup. Like, use something real basic. Because when I first started doing this, I actually just used a bunch of different shades of brown eyeshadows. And now I have nice makeup and I use this. So if you can use anything, you can do this however you want. It's just experimentation and practice. It took me a lot of these to get to this level of skill. So practice always makes perfect. I mean, it's not like you can just, you know, come out of the gate knowing how to throw a batleth around. You know.
It is.
You can't throw a batleth around?
I mean, you could, but it would clang all over the ship. So
That's true. Yeah, I did have that problem one time.
now these lines aren't
Batleth
actual
battle.
ridges. These lines are just kind of an accent. These ridges I do for Baj are based on Koloth ridges from DS9, because in my Star Trek Adventures campaign that I'm in, my character Baj, she is the daughter of Koloth. And she basically, the campaign originally started just like literally just probably a few months after he passed away. So, there you go.
He's one of my favorites.
He's the best. He's the funniest. And William Campbell, the guy who played him, amazing. Love every episode of Star Trek that he's in as well. Because he played more than Koloth, as is the tradition of a great Star Trek actor. They play more than...
I met William
One.
Campbell. He was really awesome and nice. And he was at Volcon with John Delancey, and they read a whole skit as Q in the Squire of Gothos.
Yeah. What's that character's name? Trelane. That's literally my favorite episode of the original series.
It's a classic. It's one of the absolute best.
Yeah, he's the best. He is legit the best of all time.
I saw Rotec coming in.
Now, see, I'm just kind of going in a freehanded. You see right here, I had a mistake. This line right here was the first one, and it came down to low. So I drew a new one above it. And I'll just fix that. I'll use that later. You'll watch me do that. You'll watch. And then one of the other things I think is important is
Don't believe me, just watch.
drag this into your hairline. Drag it into your hairline. You're going to thank me later. Just drag it into your hairline. It's going to make it connect through beyond. If you just do it right there, it's going to look like you stopped there. You know what I mean? Don't stop there. Just drag it into the hairline. You can take a shower later.
Does it all come out with just a shower, or do you need a special soap?
Honestly, for this, I do like use makeup wipes, and then I use like a cleanser or whatever cleanser, you know, I use, which it changes because of Ipsy all the time. If you don't know what Ipsy is, it's like a subscription. It's like a loot box. It's like a loot crate for makeup. And so I get all kinds of different like cleansers and other stuff of that nature, other beauty product. $12 a month too, pretty good deal. Okay, so I like to do this little ridge kind of thing connected to the eyebrow. You'll see later, eyebrows are really important with this makeup, because I'll have all this done, and then you'll be like, oh, something's missing, and I'll put that eyebrow in, you're going to be like, oh, there it is. So, So this is very rough lines, nothing crazy. So what we're going to do now is I always keep a towel nearby for like wiping makeup out of the brush, because right now I have too much makeup. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to basically use what's there and contour it and bleed it out a little bit, so to speak. So we're basically shading. Like if you're into drawing, this is the part where you shade. And I'm just going to use the makeup that's already there. I'm using this little brush. Can't see him very good, but he's a real, like, he's not a super fluffy brush, and he's kind of got like an angled edge, and he's perfect for it. Everybody's a he, by the way. I gender all of my brushes as a guy for some reason. I don't know why. It's just who I am. I need to do that. Like, oh, she's so pretty. I got some brushes that definitely are girls. So.
You also name your brushes.
No. I mean, some of them might be like, oh, that's the ridge guy, or that's the eye guy, you know. That's about as far. It's more like
that
an adjective. They get more of an adjective than a name. So what you see me do now is I am, like I said, I'm just going through and taking the makeup that's already there. Now, different applications for this makeup result in different levels of detail. Like if I was going to an in-person convention with all these wonderful Klingons here, I would not let these lines that I originally drew be as thick. Like I'd actually like take a lot more, like I do a lot more contour and shading. But when I'm on camera and I'm doing stuff on Twitch or whatever, I tend to like still leave a fairly thick line, because the camera, if I bleed it out too much, doesn't see it as well anymore, if that makes sense. Like the camera doesn't get that level of detail you get in person, so. And I'll make mistakes, you know, I'm bleeding some of this out a lot, but I'm going to go back over all of it, all these hard lines. Right now we're just focused on using what's there. And this is like the lion's share. This is the part that some people might struggle with and some people might just take off to right away. Either way, whether you're good or terrible or great at it, you're gonna need to practice it for a few times. You know, go to a Halloween party, go out and see your friends. You know, go to the local pub. People always love when a Klingon shows up at the pub. Have y'all ever done that? Like just gone out, like
Oh yeah.
not with like a KAG thing. Just hey, I'm just going out. It's Klingon night. Gonna go hang out.
Klingon night should be every night.
It should be. Klingon life, okay? Klingon life.
Klingon live. I want the bumper sticker.
So yeah, I'm going back over these for the sake of the camera. Now I gotta see how I look on the camera. Looking okay. I still have this guy to bleed out. So this is, like I said, this is the hardest part. But once you get good at it, you're just going to do it all the time, and you're going to nail it in 45 minutes. That's the quickest I do my makeup.
That's pretty quick.
Do you wear a wig too?
I would like to. The only wig I have is like a big like 60s like beehive style wig, and it has bangs, so it covers it up, so it wouldn't work. It would need to. So that's another thing. If you're gonna do wigs for this, you need to get a wig that doesn't have bangs or doesn't have hang down hair in front, because you want to. You obviously want those ridges to show off. So you need that forehead. You need that forehead real estate, so to speak. All right. So we got the lion's share of the ridges done. Oh, I should do these, huh? I say lion's share a lot. No word lately. So these don't need as much blending. These are just a quick swipe, 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 and that's it. These are actually pretty thick today. They're a little too thick, but that's okay. We'll make it work. All right, so the next step I'm going to take is I'm actually going to go through to, I'm going to use a different product now for a moment, and I got to find it if it's on my thing. Oh, this is perfect. So this is actually, I don't know the brand of this brush. Moda. It's a Moda brush. It's an angle shader. Perfect, right? Like it's literally named for this process. Okay. So The next thing I'm going to use is I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Contour palette, and it has all the shades listed right there. And basically, it's like it says, it's a sculpt palette. Like, it's got these dark shades for contour, and it's got these lighter shades for highlight. And the great thing about this is, like, traditional highlighter that you use in makeup nowadays is very glowy and things like that. And again, difference between camera is I don't want to be glowy on camera. I don't want to look dewy, as they call it in makeup now. I want to be what's the word? I want
Matte.
to, yeah, matte. Thank you. Yes, matte. I want to be matte because I don't want all that shine on me on a camera. Now, if you're out at a convention, the glow will look good. Do it, because Klingons kind of have that, like, shininess to their skin sometimes. I always feel like Klingons, they're always sweating, you know? It's hot on Quonos. So now I'm just going through with some of this, and I'm literally just kind of giving each little area, just shaded a little zhuzh of this.
Or when you finish your third bottle of blood wine.
Yes. Blood wine. And you can see I've already scratched away, like, one of my lines, so that's going to happen a few times. And so I'm just going under with this contour, just to give it another level. See how it kind of has that little bit, just another layer. If you work in Photoshop, really, or you paint or something, it's like layers. They work. They're great. So I have a little line I smudged. I'm going to fix it. There we go. It looks better. I'm going to do that a lot through this process. I always do. Making mistakes is not a bad thing. Making mistakes may be a happy accident sometimes. Making mistakes may end up like with, like, you have to fix it and you learn a new way to fix it. Like, one of the things I do is if I need to erase a ridge or I need to erase some makeup, a little bit of German Nivea cream, not American, German Nivea cream with like a Q-tip. Perfect. Wonderful solution every time. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go through with more contour, but now I'm not going to hear y'all now because I got to take off my headphones to do this part. So just give me a moment and let me actually turn. They're all talking shit about me, aren't they? I know they have to be. I now have to turn them off so that they're not heard again through the mic. So here's what we're doing. Taking that same contour shade. Getting on this wonderful brush by Baujashi. I don't know how to say it. It's French. But it's this interesting shape, and it kind of perfectly fits a cheekbone. So one of the things I do is, and this helps too, this is a tip for all of you who are new to this. I don't necessarily need to do this every time, but I'm going to do it for y'all because this might be really helpful for you. So one of the things with Klingon, it's not just about the ridge, it's about the whole face, babe. You know, you got to make a good face. So one of the things I do is I find kind of like where my eyebrow is, the tip of my eyebrow is, I go just below it, about level with my eye, like the corner of my eye, and I actually very gently make this shape. That's it. It's just a little, like, curve. And you'll see why I do this. Because one of the things is I kind of try to sharpen my face and my features up a little bit for this. So I even will do this too. I won't do a big one, but I'll just do a little hint of a border right here. Okay. So this is what we're doing. Then I'm going to come in. I'm just going to finger blend this out a little bit. I'm not doing a perfect blend right now, and that doesn't matter. That's okay. It's just a guide mostly. I'm just going to very gently fade that. Gently fade that. Get a little bit more. I don't want the hard line there, but I do want all that makeup there. And I can go back and fix it as needed. But here we go. Where is that brush? Where did the brush go? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay in my contour like I normally would, about right there. And I'm going to lay it in thick. It's going to go. It's going to go. Like, she is ready to be Klingon today. She is coming. And I'm sorry that I can't hear y'all in chat. I have to have my headphones off for this part.
It's okay. We're not talking about you.
They're probably talking all the shit about me. They really are. They do that all the time. No. All right.
Dangerous.
And then I'm just sharpening. I'm making myself a little more fierce through a simple act of contour. A simple bit of contour. So again,
Contours.
just
Fierce.
following that same line and then even going right here and then filling in a little bit. You see the difference? Do y'all see it?
I see the
Okay,
difference.
great. And then this is just a me thing. This is you don't have to do this, but this is just a Buster makeup thing. This is something I always do now. Make that jaw look better. Take what's there and make it great. If you think makeup is selling something fake, you're wrong. It's just accentuating what's already beautiful, baby. All right. And then normally I do a little bit right there. Just a little tap, just a little tap. Okay. So, I can put my headphones back on. Or no, I can't. I might as well get into this part. So, the next thing I'll do is bronzer. Now, bronzer and contour are different. Contour is made for contouring, but bronzer is like usually like used for stuff, but various things, but to give you a little bit of color. In this case, it helps blend my contour better. And then
Just totally got lost in
really
this
get
con.
down here. This is a step that's a Buster step. You don't have to do it, but I guarantee you it's going to look great when you do. So, there you go. And then some blush, some rouge. That's really what's going to make the contour look the best. It's a little bit of blush. Even if you're, you know, a lord, you can use a little blush, baby. Now, I'm going to pull it up on my cheek a little bit too. Just dabs. And if I do too much, if I feel like I got a little heavy, I can always just kind of dab some foundation back over it and it kind of balances back out. Maybe a swish swish. Okay.
Swish.
We're almost there. We're almost there. So, the reason I paused on my ridges where I did, now I'm going to hear you guys. I'm going to turn you back up.
Oh, yeah.
Better not be over there misbehaving. So,
Anything.
Next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of highlight in some of these spots. Same palette. It's a matte highlighting. So I'm just going to kind of go where the ridges are very carefully with a brush that's actually made for concealer, but I prefer it for highlight. And I'm just going to tap it in spots. Notice how light-handed I'm being.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to use a whole lot of highlight.
I'm the whitest Klingon you ever met.
I thought I was.
Your complexion is surprising.
I'm, you know, I'm so fair skinned. And then also the foundation I have is a little fairer than my skin, so it kind of makes that whole thing happen. So one of the things you'll see, I put highlighter here on the cheekbones. I put it just above some of the ridges. So like the ridges are important, right? But all you out there that don't know much about makeup, highlighting the cheekbones is really, no matter what your makeup is always going to look good, and you should do it. And then I'm going to do a little bit right there on the lip. And then this is a big one, especially for makeup like this. Highlight right there on the nose, the tip of the nose. And then I can actually take the contour too and do it on the underside of the nose. Now, different skin types obviously require different shades and things like that. But again, that's why you got to practice. That's why you got to play, because everybody's got different skin tones or textures and but I guarantee you stuff like the MAC paint stick palette, that works for everybody. It works for everybody. Some people might be more oil, like have a more oily skin type. Maybe maybe you're the kind of person that definitely wants to use powder foundation. Maybe you have a more dry skin type, so maybe you need to use something like a liquid foundation that doesn't irritate your skin. Because liquid foundation, I don't know, I can't do it. So I got the most of it done. So I'm going to do one little new highlight. Like this is another little highlight thing. And this is like kind of an optional one, but I highly recommend it because it's going to make some pop happen. It's going to make some pop happen. So I'm going to take the paint stick palette, and I barely have any white left these days, but I'm going to use some of the white. Now, if again, like you're not as fair as me, you can't use pure white. You know, maybe mix a little bit of the white too with a shade that you feel like is the undertone of your skin. Like if you feel like you have rosy undertone skin, maybe mix a little bit of the white and the red to get a little bit of a pink, you know, and that kind of thing. Whatever's appropriate for your skin type. You just got to think about it like in terms of colors and painting. So I'm just taking a little bit, these little tiny hair of this white above each ridge. But not the whole ridge, just on like little parts of it that I think if I was like in a room and there was a light above me, like where that light would hit on my ridges. So that's why you don't see me dragging it along the whole thing. I see sometimes I get a little too much. And then there, see? Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see what happens when you just do that little thing? Less is more. That's a rule. It's a rule. And then I'm just going to go just a little bit of here and a little bit of there. Barely there. And then just a little bit of there, just a little bit of that. And then for these, barely. Like, I just basically touch it to it, and that's it. All right, so that makes a huge difference. And then now, this is a good stage in which to do one of the most important steps of all time with grease-based makeups, with like lipid-based makeups. Powder. Powder. I don't know who you are, what you think about things and life and stuff, okay? Powder is a requirement. It is a requirement
Powder
for
because
success.
it's summertime.
You got a powder. See? This wonderful woman backing me up here. Yes. You know what's up, girl. Powder, 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 powder. Because it gets the moisture wicked away on your skin. Pop it like it's hot. Yeah, chat. But you got to put this stuff on. Because you'll see my skin, all of it's going to lighten up because of this for a second. There's a drag queen method called baking, where if you put on like a really wet makeup, if you want to set that makeup immediately, you put like excessive amounts of powder on it, and then you sit for a while before you do much else, because the heat of your skin will kind of heat the makeup and the powder, and that's why they call it baking, because it's like you're baking, like makeup on your face. Power to the powder. Power. Power to it. So powder is super, super important. So, and it's going to set this grease makeup. It's not going to be as easy to, it's going to make it last longer. It's going to make it stay. Okay. So, I got that done.
How long would this last? How long would this makeup last?
Oh, like if I'm doing it off stream without like having to talk through it, 45 minutes. If I'm doing it on
over the day. So
over the day. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, my panel's boring you. I just see that. I'm sorry. No, it can last for a long time. I get through like I can get through like 4 to 8 hours with it. Now, if I like touch my face a bunch, then it's gonna mess it up. Like things like that are just always gonna mess it up, right? But if I'm like really aware of it and I don't mess with it too much throughout the day, or I don't touch my face a lot, it can go for a long time. It really can.
Would you think that it's a lot less sweatier to wear the makeup than it is to the ridges themselves?
I bet it is. I bet it is, but at the same time, like sweat is something to be concerned about with makeup, right? So,
Oh yeah.
okay, so where am I going? Oh, I forgot one little step, and that's okay. I'm glad I'm doing it after powder, but this is me. This is my thing. I was talking about sharpening those cheekbones earlier. I come back with some of that white paint stick, and I just kind of draw these little like Starfleet deltas, so to speak. And I kind of
I've been watching so much Deep Space Nine recently that every time you say white, I just Dominion comes to mind.
catch yourself white.
Right, and a bunch of Gemini. I'm just like, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
You do. And it tastes really good too.
Let's try it.
Catch yourself white. Yeah, that's one of the drinks that Jadrak made last year.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't watched very much. Well, I have watched some, but I hadn't got to the point, I think, in DS9 to understand what Catch Yourself White was. So I was like, okay, cool. It must be a thing. I am getting into Enterprise now. Okay, so we got that on. So that was like a little bit, and then I just like finger blended it, right? And see how much like sharper it makes my cheek look. Which, cling on. Now, ladies, and gentlemen, everybody in the binary or non-binary universe. This next thing is eyeshadow. Now, I know some people will be like, some guys or whatever, might be like, well, I don't need eyeshadow. I'm not like a girl, and I'm not a girl Klingon. And that's okay. That's fine. But the thing is like, you can do eyeshadow that isn't like for glam. You can do eyeshadow that makes your look even that like give it that much more depth. I'm going to do fun eyeshadow because I want some color on my face. I want there to be a splash of something other than the browns and the black and the white and everything I'm going with right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use my paint stick palette. I'm just going to use it because it's great for eyeshadow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a little bit of yellow. Now this yellow might get chroma keyed on stream, so... But I'm just going to like slap white on my eyelids. I mean, pardon me, yellow.
You're becoming semi-transparent.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Don't worry. I mix a little bit of orange in it, and that seems to always balance out. So that's what I'm going to do next is just... Yeah, just...
Nice. That's a good looking yellow orange.
Thank you. Now, I am excellent with color mixing and things like that. If you're not comfortable with it, just buy eyeshadows that already have colors mixed that you like. Again, the paint stick palette kind of covers a lot of things for you. You can use this stuff as eyeshadow, and it's wonderful for it. So I'm going to get in there, and I'm just going to slap it in the whole area. And then I'm going to get a little bit of orange under my eyes for fun. You'll hear me make sounds as I do this.
Now, how far along in Enterprise are you? So you get into that.
Just a few episodes, literally. Just started it with my roommate. Still in season 1.
Oh, you have so much good stuff to see.
I'm excited. Like, I've always kind of avoided some Star Treks just because I used to be a bit of a TOS purist, but now, man... Like DS9 and like first I watched TNG because my ex had convinced me to, and then DS9 like is blowing me away because I still got to finish that too. My roommate wanted to start watching Enterprise. Okay, so what I just did was laid in a little bit of red just above my crease, and now I'm kind of using this brush that I like for blending, this angled shader that I was using earlier, and I'm just kind of blending that.
Those are great CAG colors, by the way.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it. I am doing CAG colors. It was like my subconscious telling me to do it. So we're doing a KAGkon, sorry. Gosh, my face is getting itchy. This is one of the things that you have to be careful about, itching your face. All right, so I got all that on, and then I was gonna. I need to blend the what's under my eye. There it is. That's good enough. And then this is where I am gonna use a traditional highlighter that has some glow in it, because I do like that for eyeshadow, even if I am on camera. So I'm gonna take my little highlighter brush that I prefer, which is actually a blender, but I use it for, it's a little small blender, but I use it for eyeshadow or highlighter. And I'm just gonna put it right there up at the corner of that, and then a little bit there.
Oh, it is still the makeup.
There you go. There's that. Yes. All right. So, getting this done. Now, the reason I put on my eyeshadow first before this next step is because you'll see that this next step, I have to put on eyeshadow first. And what we're going to do is the eyebrow. Like I said earlier, you're all probably thinking, wow, her ridges look really great right now. How could they get any better? Well, boy, I'm about to show you how they're going to get better. Eyebrows. Eyebrows are important. We all have them. We all want them. We all wish we had Anastasia's. Okay, where is this guy? Hi! Hi! Oh my goodness, we have a visitor.
Is that? It is!
Yeah, we got a Weedletarg.
Your Tog needs some eyebrows.
Oh no. No. This makeup is not animal tested, so we will not test it on this one today. But she could use some, I mean.
That would be fierce if she had like.
Oh, stop licking off the makeup, Weedle.
She's trying to test it now, the poor thing.
I was gonna say, too late now, yeah.
Okay. Weedle. It's very hard to do makeup with you right there being super cute. Okay, so I'm shaping in my eyebrows first. I'm gonna fill them. Oh, Weedle Beetle. This is Weedle Dog. If you ever met her before, this is Weedle Dog. Oh, she's such a sweet baby.
Attention.
She will get it after the panel is over. I will take. Okay. Okay, I love you, but you're going over there. So, like I said, I'm shaping in the eyebrow. I'm even going under the hair of my eyebrow a little bit too, just to kind of get that in. And I do it like it's like a little shark. You see how it kind of looks like a little shark?
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever eyebrow shape works best for you. You can experiment. You can draw on different like shapes and try them out for you. But for me, this is again based on Koloth. So this is kind of based on his eyebrow shape in when he had ridged makeup in DS9. So, and remember, this is a general rule with eyebrows that I would tell anybody. Eyebrows don't have to be twins. They can just be sisters. It's fine. It's fine.
Nice. I like that.
And that really, they should not be twins. Like having that slight variation, you know, that little bit of asymmetry, whether you're Klingon, human, or whatever, is always super attractive. But, you know, some people make them wildly different from each other, and that's their prerogative. Oh, I hear Bobo Dog. I hear the Bobo. Okay, so we got that laid in. Now, this is another step. This is an extra step, but this is an important step for me, personally. And I use this. This is actually the original palette I used to do my Klingon makeup. This is the original palette, an eyeshadow palette, the Warm palette by MAC. But for the purposes of this, now that I no longer use this, I still use one particular part of it. I use this very dark, chocolatey brown. I mean, extremely dark brown. And I use it almost like a powder on this black. Because it mattifies it. It's going to make it look like the shine, especially on eyebrow, is going to look so, like, off. But can you see the difference already?
Yeah.
And by the way, I do put some of the makeup over my actual eyebrow hair. Like, I do encapsulate my eyebrow in this process, my actual eyebrow. If you couldn't tell already. But yeah, see that's, I use it basically like a powder, but oh, I still see a shine. I still see a shine. All right. All right. So they're not exactly the same. They're sisters, but they're not twins. They're sisters and not twins. And that is
Pro
fine.
tip.
That is what you want. That is what you want. Because if they look too perfect, it's like Uncanny Valley. So I don't know. It's weird. All right. So that's
Yeah.
most of it. I'm just oh. So
Oh.
so this is gonna be a process.
No.
I felt left out. I had to say it too.
Oh.
Eyeliner. Now, what's beautiful and wonderful about this eyeliner, you'll see this eyeliner's secret power in a minute. But I have to put it on in 3 layers. So we'll let that dry for a second and we'll do other eyeliner. So eyeliner is like one of those things with makeup. If you're going to do a dramatic look of any kind, of any time, of all existence, whether it's Klingon, it's Romulan, it's anything, it's Jack Sparrow, I don't care. You have to do some eyeliner. I mean, it's just a requirement. Wouldn't you guys say? Wouldn't you all agree?
I would.
What about your mascara? Do you do that too?
Oh, I haven't put on any mascara yet. That was an eyeliner that was a liquid eyeliner I just put on. But yeah, I do use mascara, but I do that after my liquid eyeliner so I don't get like mistakes, if that makes sense. But mascara, I do use. Oh, let me tell you what I use though, because this is the best mascara I've ever used. It's called They're Real by Benefit Cosmetics. They're Real by Benefit Cosmetics, and then the eyeliner I like best is by a brand called Sugar, and this one's called Coal of Honor. So now I'm just putting a little bit of eyeliner on the under part of my eye. You can do eyeliner a million different ways. One of the real popular ways that people seem to be doing it right now, which I'll attempt to do, is they actually kind of put a thick layer of it under the eye, and then they sort of blend it out. I've been seeing a lot of women doing that on like Instagram and all these wonderful social media sites where you can learn more about makeup. So yeah, I'm going to put it on a little thick. And then I'm going to do that top lid too. Oh, this is the hard part. All right, so, and then that next layer of the liquid. So this is layer number 2 out of 3. I'm trying to be busy in between, so it's not just us waiting on that. So yeah, I'll put this on. You'll see why this is very special eyeliner in a second. And then in the meantime, let's pick a lipstick shade. So another popular thing that's been going around lately is like this two-toned lipstick look. And this is the thing I'll say about Klingons in general with lipstick. Dark colors will never fail you as a Klingon. Dark colors, like dark purples, and like eggplanty kind of colors, and more. Those look really good with Klingon makeup, in my opinion. Those look some of the best. And if you're gonna go red or something a little like more like red, I would still kind of stick in the dark, like the darker areas. Now, again, skin tone matters. Like if you have a really dark skin tone and you look amazing with just a really light, like orange shade, do it. Like, oh my God, do what makes you feel good and what feels best for you, like what you like to do and what you have, because you may not have a bunch of makeup laying around, and that's okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a lip liner. This is another product from Sugar. It's called it's one of their lip crayons, matte as hell lip crayons, and this shade is Miss Rosa. And I'm basically going to lay this in like as a lip liner. Again, and even guys, like, again, who don't want to have like a fashion lipstick, use like something like a mauve. A mauve always looks great on people, like no matter who you are. A mauve always looks good on you.
My problem when I put it on, because I always use browns, it comes off as quickly as I put it on.
Oh yeah. And one of the things that is worth saying, Mac's makeup. I know I've been talking a lot about MAC makeup, but MAC, they were the originators of the long wear lipstick. Like they have that down to a science. So I always recommend them for anything really. Okay, so I got that last little bit of that on. Now I'm gonna apply my mascara real quick. Sorry, you're always quiet when you do mascara, no matter who you are. Everybody gets quiet during mascara.
Should we? That means we can take this opportunity to talk lots.
Yeah, while you're doing the mascara, we can just carry on a conversation for you.
There you go.
We have, but now we're just talking about the fact that she's putting on mascara.
It's true. She's done, and that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, I'm done with that. So, this is why my eyeliner was very special. It's magnetic, and it allows for me to put on false eyelashes directly on top of it.
We seem to have a full room. No one else can come in.
Oh wow!
Of course, because I'm
But there's
here.
several people that wants to come in and see Buster turn herself into Bosch.
What's the capacity on the room?
Like 50.
50 people with videos, yeah.
Okay.
We can take the other voice, stage B, and stream her in there for people to watch. But we could cut the videos too.
Kapla!
Yeah.
I'm going to the second. I'm going to the second floor.
All right.
As I say, you can still see everything that's being
I'll be right back.
done on the stream. So.
Okay. Now we got to do hair, y'all. I don't care how you do your hair. Do it the way it looks good for
The second
you.
floor.
1 second. This is the hard part. Klingon hair. You want it to be wild and big and beautiful and glamorous, but also like it wasn't very hard to do.
Yeah, you gotta give lots of volume. Klingon hair needs lots of volume.
Then if you wanted to, ladies, especially ladies of Klingon houses, I generally, for Baj, when she's in like kind of more formal wear, I do a little spritz of, what's it called? Paul Mitchell hairspray. They're maximum hold. I just spritz a little bit on this, and I press this to my forehead, and I kind of move this up into my hair, hide it, whatever. The chain can go away, or you can just take it off completely and do it that way. But I spritz that, and I use the chain to sort of anchor it in place, and then you have a Klingon headpiece.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, it's so easy. It's literally like, I'll do it right now. Oh, but before we're done.
It goes around the thing, but that I love.
Yeah. And so before I'm done, this is Ulta's setting spray. I'm going to use their setting spray. And this is like a mattifying setting spray, so it's perfect. And it gives you a little hydration after you just put on all that creamy, greasy, powdery makeup. And then you feel a lot better and you feel refreshed. And then, try to make your hair big, but I'll deal with that later. But anyway, there you go. There's some Klingon makeup in an hour. I can't believe I did it in an hour.
Took the words out of my mouth.
So yeah. Oh, y'all should see my costume piece that goes with this dress.
Well, while she's getting that, remember we have a costume contest running till
We
noon tomorrow.
do.
Thank you,
Do
Kara.
we stop the capacity so people can still see? Or do
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
There, y'all.
I'm not sure.
I usually don't wear this shirt, but I wanted something on my shoulders. So yeah, there you go. There's a Klingon look for all of you.
Mashka!
Oh, and here's a dumb tip. This is a dumb, easy tip for Discord. This is like literally an internet tip for Klingons, okay? Okay, if you have big headphones like me, go like this. Get your hair kind of like go cousin it on me, you know? Go cousin it, and then,
Perfect.
Marge.
So there you guys go. Does anybody have any questions? So we have a little bit of time before our next panel. I know that somebody...
Now I want to put my headphones on.
Do what? I didn't hear you.
I said, now I want to go put my headphones on and do that.
I know,
The
right?
headphones would work on me. The headphone trick wouldn't work very well on me.
Well, I mean, and you see, like, one of the things I said earlier was take it into your hair, if you have a hairline, take it into your hair. Now, I would love to, actually, that brings up a really good point. I would love one day to get somebody with a bald head and do Klingon ridges on them with makeup, because there would be so much more play space. So, I mean, if you're like, don't have hair, you could really like pull it back. You could do some cool stuff on the top, and but you'd probably have to have somebody help you, because, you know.
Oh yeah, I definitely have somebody to help me. I can't draw a stick man.
But yeah, and then for this, I would like I said, I just put a little bit of, sometimes like if I have like I'd put my hair up in some way, usually for this, and like I'd sort of like if I have like a ponytail or something kind of up, I would like loop this part of the chain around it, just because I want to have something anchoring, but it looks really good with that. But anyway, but yeah, if y'all have any questions, or y'all have any like things you'd like to ask, or just anything, like any comments you'd like to make, now would be a great time. And chat, you can ask him in you may of makeup available. Yeah, sure. Reef glider water dragon. I can do that. If you'll send me a Twitch message, like a whisper on Twitch, my whispers are open. Remind me, like send me a message, because that way I have like the note. And just ask me. I'm Buster the Destroyer. Buster the Destroyer here.
And we can get that posted on the KAG website.
I can, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'll make a list and give it to you guys to post however you want.
Do you have a TikTok account?
Yeah, I do. Buster the Destroyer.
Oh, I'm gonna add you. I'm Montreal, so Klingon in Montreal.
Oh, very nice. I love TikTok. I've done a few Klingon TikToks on there.
I spoke with last week with a few people. What I would like to do, and I mentioned it earlier today as well, is one day I want to do a TikTok, right? Basically a video. So the first person picks up a bat'leth, the first Klingon, shouts, "Ah!" And at the same time, I would have the name and the ship. And then you pass on the bat'leth. And I want to do like a little video and then post it on TikTok.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So I would need the help of a lot of Klingons.
Yes. Yeah, I'm on the TikToks. But again, most of my makeup's MAC. Now here's a little like a piece of advice. If you do anything, if you're a makeup artist, which you probably know how to do this better than I do, if you do something like I do, you are on Twitch a lot and things like that. One of the or you're a student. This is another thing. So if you're a student, you can get Mac Pro membership. Where you get a 20% discount on Mac Pro products. And Pro products, like one of the Pro product, like this is a Pro product, I think. That paint palette I had earlier is the Pro product. Like normally this is $70, but because I get a 30% discount for being an on-air personality, this cost me $48. So, and if you're like a true makeup artist or like a true makeup professional, you can get 40% off. So if you like have any like theater kids in your life that need makeup, tell them just go get a Mac Pro account. If you do anything like professionally with makeup where like you need to put it on for performance, you can get that 30% discount. And again, if you do makeup in general as a profession or whatever, you can get a 40% discount from Mac Pro. So, but it's like $35 a year. I got 2 years for free just because of COVID. So that was a pretty sweet deal. But yeah.
It's a good deal. Wow.
But yeah, oh, and the one thing that's important, I know that Brian Holloway is going to have a cosplay panel in a couple days, but I'm just going to tell y'all, the ladies out there, the Klingon boob window is the most important window. Sorry.
I create mine. Definitely. It's really awesome. Everyone has to have it.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not have a Klingon boob window? Like, Klingon women are very like, we will kill you, but we are also extremely sexy, so deal with it.
Showing mine on camera, but I have it on right now.
So good, happy.
You gonna show yours? Nice boob window.
See how when I scrunch my face, my lines go with me? Like, it looks like it's actually part of my face. There you go. Cleavage content.
Yeah, it does. Looks good.
But yeah, and thank you very much. It took me, this is 2 years of doing this makeup that I've got. Like, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull it up here on the stream so people can see it on the stream. I'm going to pull up like one of my first photos of Klingon makeup so you can see how far I've come in like 2 years of doing this. So let me find my Instagram. Now, have any of y'all ever seen like Klingons at conventions and stuff very often, like with like just the flat makeup like mine?
No,
No.
I don't. I went one time like that, but I didn't see anybody else like that.
Yeah, it's like I actually originally like saw a video of a girl who did like she just did a few ridges with a little contour and that's it. Like that's all, but that's where it got me the idea of like, oh, I can just shade out like a Klingon look. I don't have to do all this other stuff, Oh my god. Here it is. Here. I'm gonna go to a different screen for a second. Let me F11. Here y'all go. Let me find the scene. See?
Oh, I'm so angry.
And there's the other one. Now that one, I really liked that. That little line that I did. I thought that was good. I kind of...
Those look sharp.
Yeah, it kind of reshaped my entire nose for a minute there. But yeah, that's me. Like, that's literally my first attempts at Klingon makeup. But yeah. But it's fun. It's fun. It looks cool, but but it shows you, it goes to show you like practice makes perfect, right? Because that was like with eyeshadow and whatever, and here I am now and I got all this fancy makeup to do with. So just practice, and you don't have to use fancy makeup. Just get some good old, like a Ben Nye theater makeup kit. You probably do fine with just that too. But yeah, well, fun. Well,